Welcome to our terrific yearly event. This is about number 12. Now, I find the necktie handy only in one way. I can tell if I'm upside down or not. First of all, right off the bat, I'd like to show you a correction, give a correction to the program. Darius Jones should be under WECS, and we regret this. It just got the typist, the printer, somebody, actually it was me, left it off. And we are going to correct it, and we'll send a copy to the family and hope that makes it up to you. But we don't want to slight him in any way. I'd like to honor our wonderful secretary, Monica O'Connor, right now, with this lovely bouquet of flowers. Thank you. Here she is. No, without her, none of this would happen. And I mean, none of it before this, back to September or on to May. It just wouldn't happen. And especially this event. So thank you, Monica, on behalf of our department. We have a large program today and a short time to get it in, so I'm going to cut all my remarks. I'm going to cut all of my remarks short. I'm going to introduce Dr. Denise Matthews. Oh, my good, forgive me. I'm going to introduce, drum roll, our president, Dr. Nunez.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
And I understand this room is booked, and I was told you must speak fast, be brief, get off that stage, because there's a lot to do, and honestly, it's all about the students, not about the administrators. But how can I not welcome the families and friends of the students who will be honored today, and thank you for being here. I know that you're the support system that makes a big difference in their lives, so thank you for being here. And presidents do a lot of things, I must say, but quite frankly, the university's great because of the faculty. We build our academic reputations, as I say, on the back of the faculty. And this department, the communication department, has one of the best faculties at Eastern. They mentor, they teach, they do their own scholarly work, and with their chair, they're very focused on what's best for the students. So on behalf of the administration and the families and the students, thank you to the faculty. I'm honored to be here today to celebrate student achievement in the communication department and to induct and to be here while they induct students into the Honor Society. Communication is an exciting field with a host of new technologies available to our students as they conduct the old age business of sharing news. And in this society today, information moves very quickly. But along with the fun and excitement comes much responsibility. And you and I know this is a great democracy, a great nation, but with communication and the responsibility that you and I have, individuals like the students today that are getting the awards and being inducted are responsible young people. I trust all of you understand why the First Amendment of our Constitution defends free speech and the free press. You have spent time learning how to communicate, to entertain, or to sell. But the most important role of communication is to protect us from tyranny. There is a reason why dictators ban printing presses, why they ban the word, why they ban communication in general, why books were burned in Nazi Germany, why millions of dollars are spent each year on misinformation and fake news campaigns. Democracy is not welcomed by the powerful, but an educated, informed electorate will not be challenged in any other way but to have a free press and to protect the word. The Founding Fathers understood the critical role that this plays in our democracy, this idea that a democracy must have the free word. A democracy is not supposed to be tidy and neat. The citizens of a vibrant, thriving democracy are not supposed to be quiet and complacent. Communicating with each other is the best way we have to protect it. Without a quest for truth, you and I have no public trust. Without the trust of the people, of you and me, we cannot govern ourselves by the rule of the law. And a society without the rule of the law is no longer a democracy. Tonight's group of students will go out into the world to do their work, and they're at the heart of what makes a great democracy. Whether you seek a job in public relations, in the news media, or in advertising, every student will work every day to ensure we have a rigorous public debate on the issues that matter in our modern life. I have confidence in each student because I know they've been practicing their craft for some time under the tutelage of the faculty in a variety of hands-on experiences at Eastern. They're supported by their faculty who are mentors. Communication students have an impressive array of applied learning opportunities ranging from television, radio, to the campus lantern, as well as organizations you can belong to, such as the American Advertising Federation. And so to each of the students, I say congratulations and how proud we are of you. Congratulations.
Thank you all for being here, and thank you for being the support system for our wonderful students. My name is Denise Matthews. I am a professor in the communication department, and I teach video production. And I'm here right now to recognize the behind-the-scenes contribution of staff from the media services to our department, particularly in video production. We would like to recognize the following individuals for their outstanding contributions. Video engineer Paul Melmer. Paul Melmer provides expertise in digital video engineering, and he creates and maintains our digital editing lab, television control room, and cable channel. Paul also advises students from the Eastern TV Club and mentors students with a special interest in video engineering. Paul's support for the production track is invaluable. Thank you, Paul. Production technician Steve Keston. Among his many responsibilities, Steve is responsible for maintaining and distributing field equipment. This means keeping cameras, lights, microphones, all well maintained as they are used by dozens of students throughout the semester. He trains a staff of students to check over each and every piece of equipment used in field production. His meticulous supervision is crucial to the effective teaching of this technology. Thank you, Steve. Production specialist with the Center for Early Childhood Education, Ken Miesmer. Ken provides an internship every semester for a highly motivated production student. He shares his deep knowledge of production with that intern and that intern learns how to create quality videos that are used by early childhood professionals from Connecticut to Australia. Thank you, Ken. Production specialist Lisa Hoteling. Lisa creates videos for the entire university. She hires and trains production students who gain incredible expertise and experience through her tutelage. Thank you, Lisa. And Lisa, stick around a moment. The communication department wishes to posthumously acknowledge the memorable contributions to the department and university made by our colleague Craig Newmack, whose talent, production expertise, and caring support of students, staff, and faculty left an enduring mark on all of our endeavors. Thank you, Lisa, for accepting this certificate on behalf of Craig's family. Thank you all.
So time to acknowledge students in our radio program, WECS, operated by Eastern Connecticut State University, a 1,000-watt transmitter from Gates Hill in Lebanon. We serve about 300,000 people in the area and worldwide over the internet. And just parenthetically, as I was listening to the president, I was struck by the fact that a young girl wandered into the station a couple of months ago from the Ukraine. She was 26. And she couldn't fathom the idea that someone could get on the radio here and talk about virtually anything without any jackbooted Nazi-type Gestapo dragging her off into the night never to be seen. When you think about it, the freedoms we enjoy, where we can talk about any politician with impunity. It's incredible, this freedom we worship and should cherish, known as the First Amendment. And it just, it's something that's really unique to our country. Try doing that in China or Russia or anywhere else. But anyways, I digress. So I'd like to find our radio students. I don't know where they are, but I'm sure they're going to show up shortly, and present them with some our certificates. And WECS is a great platform for students who are interested in pursuing mass media in various areas, not just radio, but developing their on-air persona and going into public relations. In fact, in television, most of the anchors throughout the country sort of planted the seed of their careers behind the microphones or in front of the microphones of college radio stations. Someone who's interested in broadcasting can accumulate hundreds of hours on the air over their 4 years here, as we'll see in just a minute or two. And we have a long tradition at WCS in community service, and I'd like to give a shout out to Robert Nadal and his Spanish crew who broadcasts on Sundays and other times for their contributions to the community. They give out over thousands of book bags filled with crayons and supplies for students in elementary schools, and they've been doing this for 5 or 6 years now. And when the terrible hurricane struck Puerto Rico last year, they were first into the breach to raise money and funds and serve as a communication center for all the information and misinformation that was circulating around. So they've done an outstanding job. And part of the FCC's requirements is that stations provide on a quarterly basis programming that deals with public issues. And our students really fill that beyond the minimums required. So I'm standing here in a time warp, almost a parallel universe, as I introduce our first honoree today, Morgan Cunningham. He was here on that very spot where the X is as a high school senior, right? 4 years ago. It seems like it was 8 months ago. But here's Morgan, and I'll let him speak to you in his own words about the journey he's taken with radio and where he's going in his next exciting chapter. Morgan, would you like to approach the mic here?
Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. I was 8 years old when I was very interested in radio. It was my hobby. I loved listening to it, calling radio stations and talking to DJs and getting to be on the air at a young age. And it hit me when I was probably 10 or 11 years old that that's what I wanted to do as a career. My dad, who is in the audience here, who was doing a continuing education program here at Eastern, suggested that I visit WECS, the radio station here, when I was 13. And I happened to meet Professor Zatowski, who wanted me to get involved with the radio station. And long story short, when I was 14, I did get involved as a community member at WECS. But the interesting thing is, the only time slot that they had available for me was at midnight. Now, without conferencing with my parents, I readily accepted it because I wanted to be on the air. And I remember I was afraid to tell them that they would have to drive me into the radio station, living in Andover, here to Willimantic, at midnight on Saturday nights. And without reservation, they said yes. So thank you, Mom and Dad. Because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be here. And moving forward after 8 years of consecutively hosting a program, no longer at midnight on WECS, my talents were recognized in Hartford. I was approached by a program director at Light 100.5 WRCH who wanted to hire me for part-time work in October. I didn't go to him, he came to me. And since January of this year, I've been doing news for our AM sister station, WTIC News Talk 1080, hiring me full-time when I graduate. And it's all because of the work I've done here at Eastern. So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. Congratulations. That's fantastic. So I'd like to bring up Elena Ruiz, please. And she came to me, what was it, last semester, sometime around then, with an idea for a program that I thought was long overdue. In fact, a program that should be on every station all the time. And I'm going to ask her to say a few words about what she does in her program and maybe what you would like to do when you graduate, please.
Yes, so I am from Cumming, Georgia. I am hosted by the Opportunity Scholarship. This scholarship is for DACA recipients or dreamers. And I was part of the first cohort. We were about 46 people, students from states in the South that were locked out for higher education. We can't seek higher education, state funding or federal funding. And so we were fortunate enough that, generous people like Don Graham, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates created this foundation. And we all applied, we all received this scholarship, and now we're here. And our first year being here, we all decided to create a club. It's called Freedom at Eastern. And we created this club because we believed that there wasn't enough representation for us on this campus, because we were, first coming here to campus. They have, the Organization of Latin American Students, the African Club, but they didn't really have a club that really tailored to us. So we created this club, we saw the opportunity, and I thought that it would be a great idea to start a radio show talking about us and what we're doing on campus, why we're on campus, how we're being involved, and I also talk about recent legislation and what's going on around Capitol Hill. And we have little education segments trying to inform people on what is being illegal or undocumented and things like that. And I'm very happy to do it every Friday at 3. I think it's a great initiative for us to get our voice out there. And the way that I see my career in the future, I want to be a news reporter. And I feel radio could be a medium for that. It is a very challenging career pathway, very limited, but I feel like with radio I can open my doors and touch, doors and opportunities. And yeah, thank you. Thank you.
And there's not a doubter in this room that you won't achieve those goals and more.
As a radio guy, you know the importance of time and deadlines, so
Yes.
I'm going to ask you to be even more efficient.
Oh, okay. Next, Darius, please. Okay. So Darius was omitted from the program, but he came on the scene last year. He was in my radio class, and he has a very unique program. And do you want to say a word or two?
Okay, I play like popular and current music around the campus that I know will appeal to the students around campus, and I also talk about current events going around the campus and around the world.
Terrific. Thank you very much. And let's bring up Cameron Schultz and Jack Petrucci. These are my two Wikipedia sports guys. Everything you want to know about sports. They're millennials, but they can tell you who was on the second base of the 1952 World Series and who stole home. I don't know. They have minds like steel traps. Where's your partner? Is he here?
No, you can write today.
Oh, he got late. Okay. You want to say anything about sports and what you want to do?
So first of all, I'd just like to thank Professor Zatowski and the entire WECS department for this. Me and Cam actually met at a ETV News general interest meeting. And the first day when we were first freshmen here at Eastern Connecticut. And, one sports conversation led to another. And I mentioned to him, I was like, hey, I'm interested in doing a show on WECS, like a basic sports talk show. He said, yeah, I'd love to do it with you. And since then, our freshman year, we did a 1-hour show both semesters. And we ended up getting that time slot extended to 2 hours. So that's what we've been doing. We actually just got off the air not too long ago. We do it Thursdays 2 to 4. So, I've had a fantastic experience for it. I'm also part of ETV News and ETV Sports, so it's helped me a lot in my sports broadcasting path, and I think it's been an unbelievable, great thing for the school, great thing for the comm majors, and, people like myself want to go into the sports media field. It's absolutely unbelievable, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to be here. Thank you.
Okay, here. That's Schultz for you. Give me another.
Right, thank you.
Okay, real quickly. A tale of two arts. This is incredible. These two guys graduated way back, I won't say when, but they have been doing the great American art form known as jazz for the last 25 years. Art Ravoso on Saturday, and Art Harriet on Sundays. Collectively, they have over 12,000 hours behind the microphone, have amassed a huge collection of jazz through their tireless efforts with the music companies and so forth, numbering in the thousands. So, gentlemen, please, I'll give you this report, and inquiring minds want to know, how can someone give up their weekend for 25 years as a volunteer? You want to say something, Art?
Yeah, well, my wife kicks me out every Sunday. That's why. She, go, get out. No, you know, it started out as a hobby and then turned into an obsession. And I just love music. And what I guess the goal of the program has always been is about reaching out to a listener, getting one person to call in to say, hey, that was pretty darn good. Who is that artist? And it just kind of snowballs from there. But that's kind of it. You know, I love the music. I love what it does, so like so here, I'm here every Sunday, 5 to 8.
Tune in, right?
That's it. And
There you
I'll
go.
keep being here until you kick me out.
Well, that's not going to happen. And Art Ravosa. And again, Saturday afternoons, 25 years. Rain or snow. Missed for 1 or 2 hurricanes.
Well, I have a lot of comments that I was thinking about that really echo what Art Harriet said, but a lot of people ask us when they meet us out in public and actually get to see us, they're like, you know, why would you be on that many years? Because it's so surprising to some of them. And when we started out, I think both of us had that feeling that it was sort of like the original Star Trek. It's like your mission for 5 years is going to be, and once you get immersed in the music and become more and more aware of the many aspects of it as you go delving further into it, you realize, you know, how deep this is in its emotional resonance and also its history. And that has taken us through all these years. We've continued on with it because of that interest as us, as not as experts. We don't really claim to be that, but we're gatekeepers. We're gatekeepers for the music and trying to bring it to people further on as much as we can through the years and continue that hopefully into.
Terrific. Well, to paraphrase T.S. Eliot, the end is just the beginning, and we hope to see you another 25 years here, both of you. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
I'm done. Somewhere out there. So, do I introduce somebody else? Who's next here? Jahung? There you go. Thank you. It's all yours. Be quicker, she'll get you.
So good evening. My name is Jae-hoon Jeon, an assistant professor in the Department of Communication. It is a great pleasure and honor to see my favorite students receiving the award tonight. I'm going to recognize excellence in research with 4 communication students. Actually, I was supposed to have 4 students today, but I only have 1. So would you come over here? Congratulations. Okay. So, yep, you just okay. This way. So the 4 students over here took communication classes, worked very hard during the whole semester, developed their in-class research project for the future opportunities, and finally distinguished themselves as undergraduate researchers at 2018 National Conference on Undergraduate Research. According to the conference, the selection process is usually very competitive due to the excessive number of submissions across the United States. This year, a record-breaking 41 Eastern Connecticut State University students have been selected to the opportunity. And thanks to the support of President Nunez, their traveling expenses were all covered by school. I believe they had a lot of fun in Oklahoma City, and their experiences at the conference provided them a unique networking and learning opportunities in the future. Finally, I also would like to mention that this couldn't be available without having outstanding communication faculty members in our department. Thank you so much to all communication professors who have prepared and mentored these students. Okay. Now I would like to introduce Dr. Otterbeck, Dennis Matthews, and she will recognize ETV. Okay. Thank you.
I am standing in for Dr. Andrew Utterback, who also is a production teacher, and he is also the advisor of our ETV club. And here are his comments, and I am going to read them to you. For the past 13 years, just imagine I'm Andrew. For the past 13 years, I've had the pleasure to be one of the faculty advisors to the Eastern Television Group, more commonly known as ETV. One activity of the ETV Group is a weekly production of a live presentation newscast, ETV News, a 30-minute, entirely student-produced news program that is seen live on Charter Cable in Northeast Connecticut on Thursday nights at 7. Throughout the academic year, the ETV Group also produces hours and hours of coverage of ECSU sporting events for the Department of Athletics. This includes men and women's basketball, lacrosse, baseball, softball, volleyball, etc. Eastern sport coverage is impressive. It is worth noting that ETV is a co-curricular club, which in plain terms means that it gives students an opportunity to practice the skills they learn in classes that we teach. I am pleased to report that the ETV Group has grown over the years into a powerful social and professional group of students and alumni. Former ETV students are working for nearly every television operation in Connecticut, as well as ESPN, NBC Universal, CBS New York, and TV stations from Tennessee to Idaho. Annually, it is my pleasure to honor and sorrow to recognize the graduating seniors of the ETV Group. On a personal note to the honorees, this is Andrew speaking now. This isn't me. No. I'll miss you, keep in touch, and don't forget, please don't forget to be a stargazer. Godspeed. Please join me in honoring the ETV class of 2018. Jeffrey Fontaine, Anthony Charles Giordano, Jeffrey Florentino, Cassandra Banks, and Catherine Puglisi. Congratulations to you all. I'm going to give you the right. This is Cassandra. This is Jeffrey. This is Charles Anthony. And this is Catherine. Thank you so much. Would you like to say something?
I would also like to take this moment to recognize Dr. Denise Matthews on her retirement. So on behalf of the whole communication department, on behalf of ETV, I would just like to say thank you so much for your time here. So thank you.
May I have the Campus Lantern people come on up? My name is Edmund Chabot. I teach in the Communication Department of Eastern Connecticut State University, and I am the advisor for the Campus Lantern. Just come on up on stage. I'd like to recognize Rebecca Brancato, Brooke Cochran, and Elena Sorrentino. These women make the Campus Lantern work. There's a crew of hardworking people, men, women, I won't say children, men, women, and scholars who work very hard to make this happen. So if you get a chance, pick up the Campus Lantern later today on your way out. And please accept this from our department.
Thank you.
Thank you. Switch of names aren't right. Thank you very much. I'm going to ask Jehoon Jahan to come up and introduce our next group of people. Is Jehoon still here? Yes. For the new media oh no, it's Chris. I'm sorry. Olugbenga Ayene. Chris, please come up and speak for us.
Good afternoon. I'm going to do two things. My name is Chris Ayeni. I teach in the advertising and PR concentrations in the department. On behalf of Dr. Miha Kang, who is the advisor for the AAF, I'm going to call on Matt Belmont. Is he here? Matt, as well as Jessica, Charles Sanady. Matt? Congratulations. And Charles. The other part of my task is to do something that is a little bit different. Over the last 15 years that we've had the AAF and the PRSSA student chapters in our department, we've done this honor to graduating seniors. But today I decided I was going to bring in probably something a little bit different, to bring some of our former students who have graduated, who will be able to at least serve an inspiration, as inspiration to some of our current students, to more or less showcase some of the things that are possible about the degree from Eastern. When the PRSSA and AF were chartered over a decade ago, they served as a conduit pipe through which we network and provide access to our students for internship and job opportunities. The students that the former students now that I'm bringing in today have shown poise and confidence upon their graduation from here. And they have charted strong directions and positive direction in the career that they chose. So more importantly, they have been gainfully employed. I'm going to talk particularly about Lauren Finkbeiner. She's not able to attend today because of weather conditions. She's in New York. She was the one that I called upon to assist when one of our students, Amy Burkhardt, wanted a job in 2015. And 2 weeks upon graduation, Amy secured a job, and she's still working at Citizen Relations in New York up till today. So those are the kinds of things that are really sterling about our students. When they leave here, we still continue to be in touch with them and mentor them. And also, they provide strong support and link for our students to the industry. And that is really commendable. So I chose today to recognize these 6 outstanding ladies. Melissa Walters, class of 2013, who now works with Solvay in New Jersey. She took time off to come today. She was the former president of AAF when she was here. So Melissa Walters. I'm also going to call on Jessica Kennedy. She was VP AAF 2013, class of 2013 as well. She's a business owner. She chose to go through the entrepreneurial way. She started her own business here in Connecticut. Samantha Earhart, she's a digital sales with iHeart Media. I'm going to go through this. Catherine Allegretti. And Samantha Earhart, she's already here, okay. Lindsay Hopkins, and Madeline Thoma. So I'm going to yield for 2 minutes for probably each one of them to say a little bit about what their experiences were and at their jobs, and even here at Eastern when you were here. Sure. Melissa?
Hi, I work at a company called Solvay. It's a chemical company, and I'm working in social media.
I am co-owner and lead makeup artist at my own business called Upstyle. We do on-site hair and makeup.
Hello, my name is Samantha. I'm the digital sales strategist with iHeartMedia Hartford.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I do internal and executive communications for UTC Aerospace Systems.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Hopkins. I'm the advertising account manager at Burke Advertising in Bedford, New Hampshire.
Hi, I'm Maddie Thuma. I work for Digital Retail Partners. I'm the e-commerce and creative content manager.
Good evening. My name is Jaime Gomez, and I'm here to honor 3 students that have excelled in the New Media Studies program. The New Media Studies program is a relatively new program. I was here last year, and at that time was a new program. Now it's relatively new. Next year, it won't be numero. Anyway, the program is built on the fundamental principle of Easton's liberal arts education, and it combines rigorous academics and practical experience from several disciplines: computer science, performing arts, communication, visual arts, and English. All courses incorporate conceptual and hands-on learning to build students' critical thinking, analytical and problem-solving skills, and promote development of competencies in digital media practices. My speech was going to be a little longer, but given the time frame in which we have, I have shortened it, and I'm going to go to the point that brings us here. Having said what I said previously about the New Media Studies program, and under these premises and frameworks, we take pride in honoring the following new media studies for academic excellence and performance in the integrated communication media. The following students: Cassandra Banks, Katie, Omelet, and then Hannah Winter. Would you like to say a brief thing? Yes. Just a brief, very brief.
Hi, my name is Cassandra Banks. I'm a New Media Studies major in Communications concentration, and the New Media Studies program has offered many opportunities that I'm very thankful for, and I hope to go into video production, and I thank Dr. Gomez for everything he's done.
Hi, I'm Kaden Omelet, and I'm a New Media Studies major with Communications focus. I want to thank my friends and family, especially my mother, who's always believed in me, and I'm very honored to have received this award.
Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm a New Media major, and I just want to thank Dr. Gomez because he's done so much. He's my advisor and professor, so I want to thank him and my mom for being here, and yeah.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Beasley. I'm Dean for the School of Education, Professional Studies, and Graduate Division. So as you can see from all the awards early and our president's opening remarks, we do have an excellent academic program here at Eastern. So I would like to recognize the faculty once again. If you can give me a hand. And for all the outstanding students that we have, you probably can imagine how incredibly busy many of them are with their activities outside of the classroom, working within the program itself. But many of them are also double majors, and they have minors in other areas. So to be able to stand on the stage today for any of the awards is really something that we can't take lightly. But I don't think we can do any of this without the wonderful faces that are looking at me now, the parents, their families and friends, brothers and sisters who support them. So I want to give all of you a hand for a great job you've done in supporting all of our honorees. And I have the distinct pleasure of recognizing the highest academic award for the department, which is the National Communication Association Scholar Award associated with the National Honor Society, Lambda Pi Eta. And you've already met the awardee. His name is Morgan Cunningham. And Morgan, I would say some people have careers and some people have callings in life. And for him, I think this is a marriage of the two. So you heard part of his story earlier, starting out at the age of 14, coming to campus and having a show beginning at midnight. I don't know if I would have had the will to do that at age 14. I probably just wanted to sleep. So, Morgan, can you come up? I'm going to talk a bit more about the award. So Morgan has been instrumental not only within the department, but as I said earlier, I'm also dean for the graduate division. He has contributed to the school in so many ways. He works in the president's office. He's maintained a healthy GPA. He has his shows with the radio station, but he also contributed to the radio ad for the graduate division. And you probably don't know this, but if it hadn't been for you and Dr. Denise Matthews, who helped as well, and some other folks, that we probably wouldn't have seen the growth in our graduate programs that we've seen. So you've contributed in ways beyond just and on the academic level. So I don't know if I want to publicly recognize you in that regard. So with further ado, I would like to present to you the award for National Communication Association Scholar, Morgan Cunningham, 2018. Thank you. Let's give him a hand. Oh, he gets a sash.
There you go.
Look at this.
And you get to wear this.
Thank you.
Morgan, ask him, does it come with a check?
Does it come with a check?
A blank one.
For my tuition, a check?
So I'm going to turn it over to Morgan. You want to say a few words?
Sure.
Okay.
I can't believe that my time at Eastern as a student is coming to an end in, 3-4 weeks. I'll be graduating, as well as many of my other senior friends. I can't say how much I appreciate all of the professors and learning opportunities that I've had here, as well as many of the friendships I've made with other students, and some things I would have never thought of doing while I was at Eastern. Working with Dr. Matthews to put together a documentary about a local music venue that was in Willimantic, Mansfield, actually. Working on programming and media strategies with Dr. Chabot, as well as some TV with Dr. Matthews as well, and public relations, which was totally new to me when I came here as a student, and taking several PR classes with Dr. Ayeni. I've enjoyed it all. So many other things I could talk about, but I know we're kind of pressed for time here. But thank you all so much, and the faculty, I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you.
Bet you're wondering who these are for. I spent the last week writing a 45-minute disquisition extolling the virtues of Professor Denise Matthews. I made reference to her education and to her many award-winning documentaries, including but not limited to her documentary Roll On Columbia about Woody Guthrie and the Bonneville Power Administration, her documentary Havana Dance Rehearsal, and her documentary Ask J. Edgar Hoover. I went to great pains to detail her various awards, including but not limited to her Telly Award, her Broadcasters Education Association Award, her Magnolia Film Festival Award, her Gold Camera Award, and her from the U.S. International Film and Video Festival. Then I thought what I should... Then I thought I should invite up here various people from the community, the administration, the department, to remember all of the things she's done. And then I was told, you have 3 minutes to do this. So I boiled it down to 5 words. Thank you, Professor Denise Matthews.
I'm Terry Tolles-Patkin, and I'm the reason everybody feels so rushed today. It's my honor to be the advisor to the Honor Society, which is a daunting task. The Honor Society is based on the 3 principles of ancient Greek rhetoric: logos, or logic. These students are not only among the most intelligent I've ever met, they're among the most intelligent nationally. They've met rigorous national standards. Pathos, emotion, or passion is evident. And you'll recognize many of the names as students who have already won awards this evening in their fields of communication. They are all incredibly passionate about making the world a better place. And most importantly, and the part that we really only can hope to build on the foundation that the students come to us with, is ethos or character. This year's group is a spectacular example of individuals with strong character and a strong foundation. They immediately saw their location historically. They wanted to give back. They wanted to leave the group with more funding than in the past. They wanted to leave the group with more good deeds in the past. They spent some of their fundraising money to help out a child at Christmas who had needs for getting presents. And they've just been active and involved, and I couldn't be more proud of them. At this point, I'd like to invite the officers, Cassara, Taylor, Matt, and Morgan, to come on up, and they will introduce you to the Honor Society and our values.
Hi, everyone. All right, so I wanted to start by saying the name Lambda Pi Eta is represented by the Greek letters L or lambda, P for pi, and H for eta, symbolizing what Aristotle described in his book Rhetoric as the three modes of persuasion: logos meaning logic, pathos relating to emotion, and ethos defined as character, credibility, and ethics. The candle lighting ceremony will describe each of these Greek letters. Lambda Pi Eta was initiated by the students of the Department of Communication at the University of Arkansas and was then endorsed by the faculty and founder Dr. Stephen A. Smith in 1985. The Speech Communication Association established Lambda Pi Eta as an affiliate organization and as the official National Communication Honor Society for undergraduates in 1994. In February 1996, Lambda Pi Eta was inducted in the Association of College Honor Societies. There are currently 250 chapters worldwide.
The first mode of persuasion is logos, or logic. In all aspects of scholarship and its application to one's life, logic plays a major role in deliberations and problem solving.
Pathos, or emotional appeal, the second symbol of our organization's title, encompasses a driving force that makes an organization vital and effective.
The last mode of persuasion is ethos, or character, credibility, and ethics. Aristotle sees character credibility as a primary means of effecting change in society and in one's life. Thus, it is appropriate that ethos is a major symbol of Lambda Pi Eta.
The purposes of the Honor Society, according to our Constitution, are 1, to recognize, foster, and reward outstanding scholastic achievement; 2, to stimulate interest in the field of communication; 3, to provide an opportunity to discuss and exchange ideas in the field of communication; 4, to promote and encourage professional development among communication majors; 5, to establish and maintain close relationships and mutual understanding between faculty and students; and 6, to explore options for further graduate education.
The membership of Lambda Pi Eta is composed of undergraduate students who have declared an interest in the field of communication and who have achieved a high level of academic excellence. To be eligible for membership, students must have completed 60 semester hours in the undergraduate courses, have a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.0, have completed the equivalent of 12 semester hours in the courses of communication, have a grade point average of at least 3.25 in those courses, be in the upper 35% of their graduating class, and be currently enrolled as a full-time student in good standing in their institution.
At this time, I would like to invite the faculty to come forward to form the receiving line. Dr. Hale, the chair of the communication department, will call the new members forward. As Dr. Hale calls your name, please come forward to receive your certificate of membership and pin. Please remain on the stage until all of the inductees have been called up.
Alexis Agnew, Estefany Alvarez, Cassandra Banks, Tim Chisholm, Kate Cobb, Megan Cole, Alexander Crotty, Morgan Cunningham, Kaylee D'Ambrosio, Taylor Danielchuk, Gabrielle Deshane, Sean Dyden, April Dolan, Shelby Eccleston, Jenfrey Florentino, Haley Frozalone, Bridget Furlong, Alex Gabriel, Hannah Garrelly, Samuel Godfrey, Olivia Godin, Jessica Hanowitz, Melissa Hanowitz, Alexandra Maestrielis, Paige Matheson, Michael Merlot, Caden Amlid, Shavane Pearson, Amanda Peterson, Heidi Richards, Dominic Rizzitino, Matthew Strohany, Kimberly Tallard, Alexandria Tafolan, Christian Urban, Hannah Winter.
Heidi.
As newly inducted members of Lambda Pi Eta, do you accept the challenge to maintain the high academic and leadership standards set forth by the organization and to serve as examples for the achievement of excellence in the field of communication? And do you promise to work toward the achievement of the purposes and goals as set down by the National Organization of Lambda Pi Eta? If so, please answer, I do. I now present to you the newly inducted members of the Taunu chapter of Lambda Pi Eta for the 2017-2018 academic year. Welcome. Will the faculty, administration, family, and friends please join the chapter officers in welcoming these new members?
At this time, we'll have a photo opportunity, and any paparazzi in the audience are welcome to join our official photographer taking a picture of the group. And then we'd like to invite everyone to join us out in the lobby for reception. We'll also be bringing the Lambda Pi Eta banner out there, so if you'd like to get individual shots of your student with the banner, that's available. Thank you.